Hey guys, Euclid Mining. Today I'm just doing a little recap of Crazytown, and we are getting closer and closer every day. So I've got the L3 Plus, L3 Plus, L3 Plus. I've got the T17. I got the Z9. That's a regular Z9, not the mini. I've got another L3 Plus here, and I've got the L3 Plus in the cooler experiment that we did that's still running strong. I mean, this thing's running like amazingly. It's actually, strangely enough, it's running cooler in here than it did when it was on the shelf. So that's kind of crazy. That's running about 2 degrees cooler than it did before. So that's amazing. This one here, this board got burnt out wire. I don't know if you can see in there. You can kind of see this one here got burnt, and then also on the board these fan connections also are very dark below that, so that had some trouble. So I've taken it apart because these melted here, and I assume it's because of this shitty power supply, excuse me, but this power supply is probably just a junk. So I didn't unhook this yet. I'm gonna actually have to snip these wires off and take this board and just get it repaired, and then that will be that. So the board will be fine, so I can connect new connectors into it. The board itself, the control board, because these fans have like dark marks on them. I don't know if we can see them. Yeah, you can see them. You can see the dark marks in there. So obviously there's a problem there. So I don't know if the board has got problems or more problems. So what I did was I ordered a new board, and I'm going to replace that. I'm also going to get the new connections soldered onto here, which is no big deal. I got a local guy that'll do that. He's not an ASIC repair guy, but these are just the power connectors. So I think that that'll be an easy fix for him to do. And then I'll get the board fixed with that new connectors. I'll get the new board here. And then I ordered 2 new fans. So I'll have the fans, the board, and then that fixed. So the board was $100, and the fans, you know, they're like, I don't know, $20 each, $15 each. So I'm gonna have those 2. I forgot what I paid for them. They wasn't too bad. So I'll get the fans and the board. But once that's fixed, then that'll be up and running, and then I'll have that. It's an L3 So you know, that'll be up and running, and that'll be good. And then otherwise, so I'll have, so that'll be running. So I'll have 2 L3 and then I'll have the L3, I'm sorry, yeah, and then the L3 Plus. So the T17, one board isn't working, and on, I think Tuesday next week, I'm going out to East Coast Miners out in Tryon, North Carolina. Great company if you need to have something fixed or buy miners. That company is a great company, and I highly recommend them. I'm going to bring that one board with me and get that last board fixed. And then, as you know, I had all that power hooked up back here. So I've got the 30 amp, and then in there, I've got 2 20 amp. So I haven't taken advantage of those 2 yet, and that's only because I've got the new power supply upstairs, that PDU, and I need to get a plug for it, because right now it just has the wires with the 3 wires coming out the back. So I just got to hook that up. I'm going to run up to a Home Depot or Lowe's today and go buy that and fire that up. And that way I'm going to take that one board out of there and hook that one up. I'm also getting back my S17 Plus miner, and they've got that one right now. So I'll be picking that up from them and then dropping that one board off. And then so I'll have 2 boards hashing there. I'll have the S17 Plus running, and those are going to start connecting in over here. I'll have both of them can go onto one circuit. And then it'll still give me the other 30 amp, which when that one comes up and running, I will probably throw that Z9 and the other L3 on it, and I'll still have room to grow on that because it was just there'll be more than enough power for that one to use it. So anyway, that's where we're at right now. So today I'm probably just going to throw that one on here and get that one running after I get that plug. So I need to get a whole nother rack system in here. I am going to be putting up up top. I am going to be putting a vent way up top, and I'm going to have everything, all the exhausts running up to it, and then that'll be all the exhaust that I'll need out here, and I'll have all the exhaust going out, and I'll be in good shape. We're getting into wintertime now. I don't know if you can hear my neighbor mowing his lawn, but I got the garage door open, so at least there's a little more light in here. But once I get that all hooked up, I'll have awesome exhaust. I am going to put an extra port up there, and when I do that, I will have one with a 6-inch coming out and coming back down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull air into the whole garage from outside, because it's going to be wintertime. So I'll be pulling a lot of cool air, plus whatever hot air is coming out of here is going to be exhausted out. So this garage is going to be in really great shape for the winter. So hopefully we have a strong winter, a long winter for 6 months, I hope. And we'll get a lot of cool air in here, and these machines are going to run real nice. So anyway, that's where I'm at right now with this. And as you can see, I do have a lot of projects coming. I've got 2 more coolers here. I've got 1 more cooler there. They're the same as that one. So I've got those 4. So I'm going to put that L3++. I'm going to put this, and this. All of them are going to go in, and they'll be set to go. So I will have all the coolers, so it'll be quiet out here. And I'm also buying a couple coolers for the T17 and the S17. They're a regular cooler, but they're not as long. They're a little shorter, but they're much higher. So these won't fit in these coolers reasonably. So I bought more of like a box looking rather than a rectangle. It's more of a square. So it'll be a little bit higher. And then the S17 Plus and the T17, that's a T17 40 terahash, by the way. And they'll both fit in there. And then I also already bought the reducer. These are the old ones that I had on there, the 4-inch reducers for the L3++ that I had that one time. That didn't work. These didn't work. The theory is great, but it didn't work for me. But I've already bought these here. So these will go on. Let's see if I can just hold it up. You can see how that'll go. And then I can have that go into a 6-inch, and that 6-inch, so I've got 2 of those. And that 6-inch will then be able to come out of the cooler and go straight up to the vent. And then have the back end of it on the back end of the cooler. The same exact way I have it hooked up here, will be the same way that'll get hooked up. But it'll be a lot easier, because it's going to go to the 6-inch. And I think that should work. I'm hoping it will. These 5-inch fans reduced down to 4-inch didn't work for me. Now, that might work for you, but it didn't for me. All I did, like I showed you in the other video, was I just took the, this is a 5-inch fan. I took the 6-inch duct, and I went right over top of the whole thing, right over the entire fan, and then just put a zip tie around it to hold it. And that worked out great. There was, that was exactly what needed to be done over here. If I didn't use the reducers and I just put the hose straight into it, the exhaust ducting, it worked perfectly. So didn't need them. I don't know if I'm going to need those or how that's going to work. I'm going to have to just buy one of those coolers and test it out and see if it works with the T17, or throw that S17 Plus in there and see what it does. But I am going to try it with those reducers. And if it works, then I'll buy more of those, and I'll buy the second cooler and then get that one hooked up in there. But for now, I'm just going to test one. And I will have a whole video on that. I'm going to do that when I go pick, I think I'm going to pick it up on Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't know. I'll be picking that up. And once I get that back, I will probably pick it up on Monday. That way Tuesday I could do a video on it and get that one uploaded and show you how to do a larger, well, actually, I don't have the cooler yet. So anyway, I'm getting you getting ahead of myself. I'm just super excited to get those in coolers also. And I'm going to do a whole video of getting all these. We had a big yard sale day the other day in our neighborhood, and somebody was getting rid of an in-house portable air conditioning unit, and she said she didn't have room anymore in her garage, and she wants to get rid of it. And she was my neighbor from around the block, and she said, just go ahead and take it. She was yours. And I've been wanting to buy one of these to do some tests on this too, to put a little air conditioning in this garage come summertime. So I'm excited because these things sell for a couple $100. And I looked this one up, and it's not a bad one. It's pretty good. So instead of spending a couple $100 to test something like, I love to do, just throw money out the window and buy stuff to test, and then it doesn't work, and then I've just pissed away a ton of money. But this I was able to get, so I am so excited that I have this, and I'm going to be able to use this next summer and see if I can cool the garage in general, so that I'll be able to I'll put a little more cool air in here, so these things will work not as hard, and I'll have all the exhaust set up, and then that way they'll be exhausting the hot air, a little bit of cool air will be coming in here. I'll probably put this portable AC unit blowing cool air just over into this corner, so the backs of these machines will be sucking some of that cool air in, and see if that makes a difference. I think obviously it will, because I'll be honest, it's cool outside today, and when I open up the garage door, these things, they power down. You can hear them slowly power down the fans, because it's so much cooler in here right now with the garage door open. So anyway, y'all, that's it. That's where we're at for the setup. Unfortunately, I really wish I had that one running too. I'm going to run to Lowe's and get that plug and get that thing fired up, so I can get this one and that Z9 hooked up and get that working. Now, Z9 doesn't make me any money. As a matter of fact, I think I make like a nickel a day. A nickel, like 5 cents a day. But the idea is that I'm really just mining with that little one just to sit on the coin. I've been going back and forth between our coin, the pirate chain, Zcash, and Horizon. So I'm not sure, which one. I've been just loading up a couple coins, just sitting on them. They're not worth a ton, but you know what? If the thing breaks even every month and I'm still making some coins that I'm sitting on, if that thing costs me like $50 a month to run, it's no big deal. I'll throw the extra $50 as an investment. Really, I'm thinking of it like that. Of course, I wish I had the Z11 or the brand new Z11 coming out, but my pockets aren't that deep, so I am going to be stuck just using this one. And you can see that's the Z9. So it is what it is. I wish I had a better one, but for now, I'm just, like I said, I'm just banking a little bit of the coin off of that, just sitting on it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And if nothing happens, then I'll just take it and I'll swap it and trade it out and whatever. But why not? Why not have it running? If it's not a negative return, I'll be honest, even if it broke straight even every month, or even if I was losing $1 a month, I mean, I just look at it like I just want to get that running just for the extra coins, and just see what happens with it. You never know. If the price of all these cryptocurrencies goes back up, then that extra coin that I have will more than pay for itself, and I'll be able to, cash it out for more Raven coin, or maybe I'll buy some Ethereum, or, or just cash it out if the price goes up. That's really, it's speculative. That's really all that is. And this is all, just true speculative mining. This is not financial advice in any way. You need to mine what you think is profitable. I have an extra $50 a month, so I'm going to try that and do that myself. Not everybody has an extra $50, and if you're doing this just to make some money, and you use this profit to pay your electric bill, and you end up with an extra $100 a month, then that's awesome. Some people, $100 a month, what's the big deal? I'll tell you what. I'm going to put my address in the comment section below, and you can throw me that extra $50 or extra $100 if you don't need it, because every nickel adds up. If you make only $100 on a machine, you save up for several months, but then you'll be able to buy 2 machines. Now you're making 200 a month. You know what I mean? And then, you save up. Now it only takes half as long to save up. And then you get a third machine. And then eventually you save up from all of them. And then you can maybe buy something a little bit bigger that's really going to pull some cash in, because this one is making, even with only 2 boards working, I think it's still going to make around $200 a month, or $200+ a month. So you know what? Then you can get one of those. And if you actually have it working properly, you're making around three and change. So then you're making, $100, $100, and then that one's pulling in, profit of a $200, let's say. Now you got $500 a month. And that's how everything that I have was built, exactly in that way. All my miners, all the things I have, I don't make a ton of money at my job, and I have to pinch pennies. And I've slowly built this up, and here I am. So again, this is not financial advice. This is what I'm doing. And if you're able to do it, then that's awesome. And if there's any questions or anything that you want to know what I've been doing, or where I buy my machines, or where I've been, trying to get my machines, hit me up. I'll give you the best sellers that I've used, the most reputable that I've used, that I've had success with. My Alibaba experiences have been dismal. But I will say that this one, even with only 2 boards working, I bought this machine for about $1,100, I think. And right now with 2 boards, it's selling for $2,000. So I'm debating on, and that S17 Plus, the problem with that one is that they still say that 2 boards are not hashing properly. And 1 board is perfect, but 2 boards, they can barely get them to run. They said they are functioning now. Before, if you saw my videos, you saw how, cruddy those boards were. They were managed to get some of it working, but they said that if they kept on working on it, the price would just outweigh it so much. And they're only going to charge me like $200 for all the work they did. And that one machine will pay itself back. But that other S17 Plus, if I can get, $2,000 for that one, and if I can get $2,000 for that one, that's $4,000. And then with that $4,000, I'm debating on whether I want to buy another GPU rig and get that going for more Raven coin, because the halving is coming in January of next year, which is only like 2.5 months away. So I want to bulk up on Raven coin right now. Again, not financial advice. You do what you got to do. But I'm going to roll the dice on Raven coin. I got my $1 million mining rig upstairs, and I'm just playing the numbers game, guys. That's all this is, right? It's trying to know some of the currencies, and then after that, it's 50-50. You make that decision. That's the financial decisions you need. I should point like this, that you need to make. So right now, here's where we're at. Like I said, up here, I'm putting that big vent right up top, and it's going to look like. Let me see if I can get my shot of my neighbor's thing over here. Hang on 1 second. Let's see if I can. You see that vent up there? That's the one that I'm going to be putting in on the side here. It's just one of those vents that people have on the sides of their houses, but I'm going to put a piece of plywood on it, and from there, I will cut 4 holes in it, and that's where the exhaust will come up and then go out. And that I'm going to have set up there. And with them set up that way, I'll have all this room exhausted out. And I think these things are going to run so much better. So I'm super excited about that. But, this is all an experiment. I don't have anybody to call. I don't have any friends that are into this. Nobody that I know here or abroad or anywhere on the planet, besides some videos and some forums and reading like nobody's business online and trying to figure this all out, is how I've gotten to this point. So here's where I'm at. Anyway, I'm going to end it here, and I'm going to get that new PDU hooked up over to that 30 amp. And I am going to fire that thing up. I'm going to pull that 1 board out of it, and so I can take that with me to get repaired. And I'm going to get that one running, and I'm going to get that Z9 running. and let's get those in here as well. I will say that little Z9 is like a furnace. That thing puts out, that little machine puts out as much heat as, you know, Jesus, I don't know, at least two of these things, two of these L plus. I mean, that thing is hot. That thing puts out a lot of heat. It's kind of crazy, that little box, compared to some of the other ones that I have. I didn't expect that from that, but yeah, it's pretty hot. It's also surprising that it doesn't have any fans on the back. It only has fans in the front, and all the units I've seen look exactly like that. So I imagine it's correct, but it just seems like it should have a fan in the back to really cool those boards off better, and that might overall cool that machine so it's not blowing so much heat. I don't know if that's even possible. I might try that, and then I'll probably burn it out and it'll become a paperweight or a doorstop. So yeah, you can watch me do that next maybe. Let's see some comments below if we want to give that a try. I don't even know how I power the fans. I'd have to figure that all out. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. I got so much work to do down here. I got 3 coolers I need to set up. I need to get the new shelving in here and put that in the corner and get that set up. Once that new shelving is in here and that's set up, then the coolers will fit. These coolers will fit on the new shelves. And then once the guy comes in another week or two to put the new exhaust up there, or the new vent up there, I will then run all of my tubing. I'm gonna have to put a little rack, something coming out of the wall, so the tubes can go up and over and kind of drape on that and then go out the exhaust that's gonna be up there. So there's gonna be a lot of work to be done once that goes up, once that exhaust goes up into the window or into the wall there. I will immediately open up a ton more work out here for me to do. But I think on this week, on like I said, Tuesday or Wednesday, I am going to start fooling around with these coolers and just start getting everybody set up in the coolers, because it'll be so quiet out here. I've unplugged these just for a couple minutes just to listen to this one run, and if you watch my other video, you know that, man, is that quiet. It is something else. I hope you all check out the video for that. That one is amazing, how quiet it became. And it becomes more of a home miner at that point, because, you know, you can actually work with this, you know, so, and not have this noise. Now, it's not as noisy in here now because I got the garage door open and it's cool. It's quieted down a lot. But when it gets warm in here and these things are humming, that's loud. I could even feel the air coming off of these is almost cool air coming out of these things because of how cool it is outside today. It's beautiful in North Carolina. So like I said, I'm hoping for a really cool winter and a long, cool winter. And that'll be nice. It'll give me a break from going nuts out here, and I can focus on other projects. So this, if you saw this, I just have this up here. Oh, you can hear the fans powered up a little bit more there. But I have this little piece right here just because this is warm. Well, actually, it's not really that warm at all right now. It was a little warmer the other day. But it's pretty cool. And I just stuck this here because this is plastic, you know? And this obviously can melt, and then it can make a fire and then burn your house down. And then you'll be like, you know, hey, E, I burnt my house down. What's up? And I'll be like, well, I told you, you know, I'm not an electrician. It's in my disclaimer below and all that other stuff. So don't burn your house down. Be thoughtful on how you hook things up and how you place things. You know, I would love to get something that I could permanently put on here so this could just sit up nice on it and not have some, you know, pair of pliers in there. So anyway, y'all, that's it. I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for watching. Thumbs up, comments below. Let me know what you're doing with your miners in your garage. Maybe you've got an awesome setup, and I'd love to see some pictures and give me some ideas, because that's where I'm going. Vent is going up here, like I said, one of those side of the house vents, and then I'm just going to hook everything up to it. And I don't know if that's the answer, but that's what I'm going to try. And anybody who's ever noticed this in my other videos, this is a whole house surge protector. This is plugged in, and then my entire panel plugs into this. Actually, both panels plug in through this. And that way, if there's any problems in the house for surge protection, this will pop and save everything that's plugged in through this panel, which means the whole house. So that's just a thought. If anybody is interested in one of those, my electrician came and hooked me up with one of those. And that's just peace of mind. It's about $100, $150 for that box. But, and let's say it's $100 to hook it up. But for like $250, your entire house is protected from surge protecting. Now, if you did get hit by a lightning, say your house, God forbid, it does burn out the box. So you have to get a new box. But I would rather pay another $150 for a box than to replace all the TVs, cable boxes, Xboxes, whatever else you got in your house, PlayStations and Nintendos and miners. Could you imagine if a surge came through and blew out something? I would be upset. So anyway, that's what that is. I've talked long enough. I'm going to say goodbye again. And I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for watching.